In a future where the Earth lay in the shadows of its former glory, the planet was a barren wasteland, ravaged by the centuries of human neglect. Yet human spirit was an undying flame. It flickered and fluttered, but never extinguished. The remnants of humanity, led by the undaunted Captain Sarah Morales, embarked on a perilous mission, one last attempt to find a new home that could rekindle hope within the void of despair. The Odyssey was a vessel of ingenuity and scraps, cobbled together by the finest engineers the remains of Earth could muster. Aboard, Sarah's crew was a motley collection of misfits and geniuses, each driven by something greater than themselves. As the Odyssey tore through the black velvet of space, the air was thick with trembling anticipation. "Captain," approaching the coordinates, came the clipped voice of First Officer Raj Patel, his eyes scanning the data like a hawk. Sarah nodded, watching the holographic projection on the deck center. The new world was a tantalizing dot in the cosmos, promising salvation. But just as hope began to weave its golden light, an unfamiliar echo rippled across their sensors. "What on earth?" Sarah began, but it wasn't the Earth she should have been concerned about. It's a vessel," Raj stammered, astonished. His surprise morphed into dread as the image cleared. Not one vessel, but an entire fleet, crafted from sleek metals that glistened like the wicked gleam of a predator's eye, lay in their path. "Brace for contact." Sarah's command cut through the air like a sharpened blade. The Odyssey crew was thrown into motion, each one steeled for the unknown. The tension was palpable, a living thing caged among them. "We are not alone," Sarah whispered, her voice a mix of wonder and trepidation. As the alien fleet bore down upon them, time slowed, and every heartbeat echoed the question that simmered beneath. Could humanity win a race against fate itself? The alien ships formed an ominous constellation in the void, each moving with a precision that spoke of technology far beyond human understanding. The Odyssey, cobbled and archaic by comparison, seemed a fragile lifeline tethered to the past. Inside the ship, a tense quiet settled among the crew. Sarah stood firm, exuding a calm born from countless simulations and hastily patched plans. Yet, beneath the facade, fear gnawed at her resolve. "Open a channel," Sarah commanded, her voice holding steady against the weight of the unknown. Communications Officer Lena Chen, with fingers that betrayed no trace of her fraying nerves, tapped into the Odyssey's feeble systems. A static-laden silence filled the room. "We're on, Captain," Lena said, though her tone was edged with both hope and caution. "This is Captain Sarah Morales of the exploratory vessel Odyssey," Sarah began, leaning forward as if to bridge the cosmic chasm between familiar and foreign. "We come in peace and seek only refuge." For a moment that stretched into eternity, there was no response, only the unending hum of space. Then the quiet fractured, and a voice resonated throughout the ship. It was deep, resonant in a way that seemed both a whisper and a command. "Humankind proclaimed extinct," came the statement, each word laced with an alien cadence. "Yet here, you stand." Sarah exchanged glances with Raj, his eyes widening slightly in realization. "Wait!" Raj interjected, as the pieces formed a picture only half glimpsed. "They think we're extinct?" Sarah felt the gravity of their situation coil tighter. "We survived," she replied, defiance threading her tone. "But we seek coexistence, not conflict." Another pause, this one pregnant with the paradoxical nature of hope and dread intertwined. "Velaskar Consortium does not oppose but demands concession," the voice returned, cryptic as a riddle wrapped in shadows. Sarah's grip slackened, fingers curling and uncurling around the command console. "What do you mean, concession?" The only answer was silence, vast and unyielding as the universe itself. The alien fleet held their vigil, a court at the edge of known space, and the crew of the Odyssey remained on trial under their spectral gaze. Uncertainty burgeoned, and Sarah knew their journey had only just begun, the stakes not merely their lives, but the unspoken legacy of mankind. The Odyssey floated in the ominous stillness that followed the alien ultimatum. Inside, the weight of diplomacy bore down on every soul, a yoke too heavy and too unpredictable. Captain Sarah Morales paced the bridge, her mind racing through options as if they were lifelines thrown to save a sinking ship. "Concession," Raj mused aloud, tapping his chin. "It sounds like a trade, but for what?" He gestured to the star-studded loneliness outside. "We've barely anything to offer, but our existence itself." Sarah halted her pacing, turning to her crew with a new fire in her eyes. "We need more intel," she declared. "We learn what they want, but first, we need a foothold, an understanding of their hierarchy, their motives." Lena was quick, already pulling up the Odyssey's meager database. "We're running on outdated contact protocols, but maybe there's something here," she said, scrolling through lines of data like a fortune teller seeking portents in the stars. "Try diplomacy by other means," Sarah suggested, a plan forming. Meanwhile, in the engine room, the young engineer Dakota Willis battled with the aging technology of the Odyssey, her frustration evident in every muttered curse. Sparks flared, but her persistence was a force of nature. "Come on, you relic," she demanded, giving a control panel a sharp tap. "Give me something to work with." Back on the bridge, a new communication flickered into existence. A holographic map painted in the air, its vibrant lines delineating foreign territories. It was a codex of sorts, displaying potential spheres of influence and resources within their reach. "Captain, look," Lena called out, her fingers flying across the interface. "I think I found something. Bastet, a habitable zone no one's claimed but littered with anomalies. Maybe this is where we stake our claim." "How do you propose we negotiate that?" Raj questioned, the analytical side of him ever skeptical. "We're standing on a knife's edge here." "Precisely," Sarah replied with a steely gaze. "But it's our prerogative to turn this edge into a blade. We show them we're willing to collaborate, not compete. That's how we find sanctuary." The decision was unanimous. The Odyssey would chart a course to Bastet. With hearts a tumult of fear and determination, the crew prepared for the journey. A gamble where their very existence was a wager on a cosmic poker table. As the engines roared to life and the stars shifted around them, hope ignited anew. And for Sarah, the path forward was clear. Negotiate peace by proving humanity's tenacity, ingenuity, and the insatiable will to live. As the Odyssey veered towards Bastet, the crew braced themselves for unknown perils. The unclaimed territory was cloaked in mystery. Its name echoed through the corridors of star charts as a realm of wealth or peril, yet unseen and unexplored by Terran eyes. Sarah stood at the helm, her resolve fueling the ship as it threaded through the vastness of space under the watchful, silent presence of the alien fleet, keeping their distance. "Captain, we're nearing Bastet's perimeter," Raj reported, navigating the control systems with a dexterity born of experience tempered by desperation. Sarah nodded, her gaze unwavering. "Keep us at a steady pace. Let's not provoke anyone unless we need to." "Probes launched," Lena chimed in, sending a flotilla of compact drones into the void. Their purpose, to unravel Bastet's veiled mysteries. The crew watched as the data streamed in, revealing a topography ripe with peculiar energies and thriving with possibilities. But with possibilities came risks, intricate and unknown. "Captain, the anomalies," Lena noted, pointing to the readings on her display. "They're growing in intensity, but they're concentrated around certain regions, suggest some kind of energy pulses or atmospheric disturbances." "Steer us clear unless we need to pass through," Sarah ordered. Meanwhile, Dakota was knee-deep in the belly of the Odyssey, tweaking and fine-tuning the vessel's already beleaguered systems. She wiped a smudge from her forehead with the back of her sleeve, determination shadowed by worry. "Just keep holding together, girl," she murmured to the ship, tightening a bolt here, securing a panel there. For all its faults, she loved this ship like family. Suddenly, a warning flare pierced the bridge's tense focus. "Unidentified objects on the trajectory." Raj shouted, surprise and urgency layering his tone. A swarm of alien drones descended upon them, weaving through space like a shoal of fish guided by a predatorial will. They were sleek, silver-skinned, dancing with electricity. "Engage defensive measures," Sarah commanded as the crew leaped into action, the air filling with the charged scent of adrenaline. On the console, the defense systems roared to life, spewing kinetic barriers and deflective bursts against the incoming swarm. The ship rocked and groaned, but held tight, Dakota's efforts creating a backbone of resilience. The Odyssey's guns fired, the echo of each shot a rumbling reminder of how close they were to the precipice. The alien swarm was relentless, yet seemed less driven by hostility and more by curiosity, like sentient inspectors assessing the intruders in their domain. "Captain, I think they're mapping us," Lena proposed, half in awe, half in dread. "Stand down weapons," Sarah declared abruptly. Show we're willing to talk, not fight. With hesitant compliance, the Odyssey reduced its defenses, holding a precarious peace in its outstretched hand. The alien drones hovered, then began a slow retraction, retreating like snowflakes caught in a backward breeze. As the veil of danger lifted, Sarah exhaled, realizing she had held her breath for far too long. "Stay on alert," she said, rallying her team with a glance. "We've made contact, but they might want us to prove ourselves at every step." The Odyssey continued its cautious approach, each soul aboard bound together by the fine threads of trust and tenacity, their path ahead littered with the strangest uncertainties. A challenge that each crew member embraced, with a shared resolve to prove their worthiness in the cosmos. The quiet that followed the retreat of the alien drones left a charged void around the Odyssey, as though the ship itself held its breath in anticipation. With steaming coffee and quickly cooling meals, the crew huddled together in the common area, burnished by the soft glow of Bastet's neighboring star. Each mind was a whirl of thoughts, turbulent yet focused on their shared mission. "Look," Dakota began, pacing slowly as she talked, "this planet, it's not just some untouched rock. We've got to be smart about this. What if it's part of their ecosystem or some kind of reserve?" "She's got a point," Raj agreed, crossing his arms as he leaned against the wall. "If Bastet has real value to them, we need to make sure we present ourselves as potential allies, not invaders." Sarah nodded, absorbing their concerns. "We've had enough traditional first contacts to know that misunderstandings are our biggest enemy." She looked around, capturing each crew member's gaze with hers. "That means full collaboration. Everyone on board needs to be ready to act as diplomats as much as explorers." "Captain, there's something here," Lena interrupted, her fingers dancing across her ever-active dashboard. "Deciphered some of the alien comms. It seems they respect territory interlaced with artifacts, relics of civilizations before them." "So they're not just seeking land, but history, too," Sarah concluded. "Intriguing," whispered Raj, stroking his chin. "Humans have always respected ruins, monuments. Perhaps they see planets as living legacies." Sensing an opportunity, Sarah made a decision. "Deploy the exploration team to Bastet's surface. Find any signs of artifacts or ruins. Our willingness to understand their ancestors could earn us their respect." As the crew prepared for the descent, waves of nervous anticipation rippled through the passengers, not from fear but thrill, the kind that gnawed in the belly yet filled the mind with the possibilities of what they might uncover. The shuttle detached with a gentle shudder, beginning its descent through Bastet's scarlet-hued canopy. Atmospheric checks were stable, yet every rustle, every shift of the alien wind carried the promise of discovery. The landscape that unfolded was a world riveting in its desolation and grandeur, every rock and ravine whispering tales of aeons past. The landing was gentle, and soon the team stepped onto the planet's surface, their steps muffled by the reality-defying hush of Bastet's air. It was Dakota who first saw it, a silhouette against the horizon that screamed of purpose. "Over there," she pointed, eyes wide with wonder. The structure was an amalgamation of ancient stone and glimmering metal, its design both alien and hauntingly familiar. As they approached, they realized these were indeed ruins, wrapped in the embrace of encroaching nature, yet standing defiant against the march of time. "This may be the key," Sarah said, as the breeze carried whispers past her ears, the voice of Bastet itself, reaching out to welcome the intruders. Each discovery, each step, was a brushstroke on a canvas, unveiling a painted lexicon between themselves and the mysterious Velascar. Whatever lay ahead, humanity's continuation might just hinge upon the whispered secrets nestled within Bastet's enigmatic folds. The air buzzed with electricity as the exploration team delved into the heart of Bastet's ruin. It was a structure unlike any the Odyssey's crew had seen, a delicate balance of alien architecture and mysterious technology, partially reclaimed by the planet's rugged embrace. Intricate symbols, worn with time, adorned the walls. Each symbol seemed to pulse with an energy that was at once palpable and elusive. Engineer Dakota Willis, eyes aglow with intellectual curiosity, moved her fingers gently over the etched surfaces. "These markings," she mused, "they might tell us more about the Velascar or whoever built this." Her voice broke the reverent silence, causing Raj to glance over, an analytical hunger gleaming in his eyes. "Can you decipher any of it?" he asked, a tilt of challenge in his voice. Lena, documenting every detail with their limited yet resourceful tech, approached the adjoining structure. Her scanner hummed softly, the device attempting to translate Bastet's ancient language into human comprehension. The patterns here, she noted, indicating a series of inlaid gems that dotted the structure. I think they're a kind of star map, but they don't align with current celestial configurations. It's like looking at a historical night sky. If these stones are star markers, Raj pointed out, then perhaps they point us to other important locations within or beyond Bastet. This could be an interstellar network laid down by— Ah, brilliant, Sarah interjected, the tone an amalgamation of surprise and awe. It could be a roadmap, not just to places, but points in time, cultures layered over eons. As they pieced together fragments of the past, holistic understanding began surfacing amidst the puzzle. Outside, the ominous yet distant presence of the Velaskar fleet hung like a watcher at the edge of sight, patient, expectant. They had given the humans their moment, dared them to prove their species' worth beyond muscle and might. The revelation stirred realization within Sarah. These artifacts served not just as a connection to the past, but as currency in the present, a form of negotiation neither side had anticipated, a way to show understanding beyond words. "Captain," Dakota called, breaking Sarah from her thoughts. "Further within, I'm picking up energy signatures, strong ones. The kind that could—" "Alter perceptions," Raj finished, understanding the implications instantly. "Or power immense change," Lena added. Sarah assessed, the challenge clear. "Let's see if we can harness it. If we show them we can understand, maybe we'll prove ourselves not just as equals, but as worthy stewards of Bastet." With each stroke of ingenuity, with every note of respect paid to Bastet and its hidden codices, humanity redefined its place aboard the galactic stage. Here, amidst ancient legacies of stone and light, they would find their chance to stand not just as survivors, but as explorers, forging paths through time and space, driven to claim the legacy they could call their own. In the shadow of Bastet's monumental ruins, the Odyssey's crew labored with precision. Their discovery of the ancient star map hinted at a grander tapestry interwoven across galaxies, a testament to civilizations lost to time, yet not forgotten. Sarah stood beside Dakota and Raj as they combed through the data emanating from the ornate stones. Slowly, a picture emerged. A network, a diaspora of long-gone architects leaving breadcrumbs across the stars. "These energy signatures," Dakota pointed towards the readings translating onto her display, "I think they can synchronize with our ship's systems, maybe even boost them." "A risk," Raj cautioned, though the glint in his eyes suggested an enticing one. "Tapping into alien energy conduits is not with precedent for disruptions. Ideally harmless, worst case, catastrophic." Lena, pacing the perimeter with her scanner, paused to glance back at them. "We don't have many choices left, do we? Either it works and we're heroes, or it doesn't and we adapt," Sarah interjected firmly, making it clear that retreat was not an option, but a condition needed to protect what potentially awaited. With pragmatism tempered by innovation, Dakota led the integration of their ship's systems with this newfound power. Each connection was a bridge between two worlds, a balance of human tenacity and alien legacy. As blue luminescence seeped through Bastet's matrix, the console began to pulse, drawing upon the energy in a symbiotic exchange. Suddenly, the ship vibrated with a low hum, a gentle resonance that coursed through its core. "Frequencies are leveling," Dakota confirmed, a sparkle of triumph in her flushed cheeks. "It's working, Captain." Outside, the skies shimmered, the Velaskar watching in curious silence. Their intentions remained hidden, yet their presence undeniable. Sarah knew they lacked only one ingredient to forge peace, a mutual understanding of a shared universe. As the Odyssey hummed, Lena detected subtle communications interwoven in the very fabric of this place. "Captain, picking up signals, potentially Velaskar communication or echoes." "It's ancient, yet remarkably active," she reported, adjusting her instruments to capture the stream. "Patch it through," Sarah instructed, her voice sharp, yet filled with anticipation. The holographic interface burst to life with streams of symbols, puzzle pieces assembling in a thematic rhythm. They depicted narratives of creation, migration, and legacy, acts of civilizations that shaped worlds. History sees species come and go, leave stones as markers, moments captured in time's shale, Raj murmured, entranced by the unfolding stories. But why has it reactivated now? Sarah wondered aloud, feeling the chord it struck deep within. Then, as if to answer, a change rippled through the relic, illuminating paths once shrouded in silence. Raj's eyes widened at the sudden transcription. Captain, it's opening communication channels, a direct offer. I think they know we're worthy, Dakota added, awe in her voice. The crew stood at the brink of a hallowed exchange. The stars spoke, whispering tales through the artifacts between them and the Velascar. The Odyssey had proven humanity's readiness, a testament to their shared futures inscribed in the relic's luminescent embrace. Whatever great cosmic secrets lay beyond, Sarah knew this was only the beginning. As Bastet's ruins came alive with the connective energy that swirled through time, the Odyssey's crew watched ancient stories unfold and their path unwind before them. Sarah faced the glowing console, transfixed as the stream of communications deepened their understanding of the Velascar's history and culture. The language barrier receded, a dance of light and knowledge bridging the gap between species. Each pulse of luminescence shared wisdom, the Velascar emissary's voice acting as a translator for the oldest tongues. The Velascar seek not conquerors, the voice intoned, its resonance interweaving with Bastet's organic host, but those who can cherish the symphony of existence. Raj turned to Sarah, the gleam of insight lighting his eyes. They were testing us, probing to see if we share their value for preservation and learning. Sarah nodded, realizing this was more than what either side had anticipated. Seeing if we're worthier than the impulse to expand for expansion's sake, she said, tracing the contours of the ancient narrative. Dakota, fingers dancing over control panels like a maestro coaxing responses from an orchestra, was busy refining their link to the energy current. Captain, the amplification is stabilizing. This should allow us to enhance our reach and understanding on a multi-galactic scale, she announced with subdued excitement. But the Velascar emissary's tone dipped, introducing an undercurrent of concern. Once there were those who misused our gifts, came the warning. Exploit the stars, splitting space asunder. Tested by time, there is risk, always risk. Lena, always cautious, caught onto the gravity. Captain, we need to be careful with this power. The last thing we want is history repeating itself, she urged. We've crossed bridges into understanding, Sarah agreed, but negotiating peace with power demands responsibility. We will not be conquerors, nor let greed extinguish what breathes anew. Eyes flicking back to the holographic map, Raj noticed a flicker, a past and future setting against the rhythmic Odyssey. Look, it's converging on another location. A central hub, perhaps, he suggested. A meeting ground balancing the lines of various networks. That might be where we cement our place as allies, Sarah mused. There, perhaps technology and philosophy, stories and souls intersect. In the dim light of Bastet's ancient energy, a plan was formed to navigate the galaxy's vast legacy, communicating their trustworthiness not with words but with deeds, adaptability, and insight derived from their time-protecting Bastet's world path. Outside, the Velascar mothership hovered as sentinel, its once menacing presence now a watchful guardian, part of a future written by mutual understanding. As the crew prepared for their journey to this central hub, the path was clear, bold, bright, and pulsing with connected energies, signaling the legacy of what had been and future possibilities without bounds. Humanity's story was rewritten in cosmic ink, a new chapter poised to unfold in space's eternal theater, where unity forged stronger legacies than force. A journey set to define not only survival but transcendence, as the echoes of Bastet's secrets shaped their shared destiny. Armed with new knowledge and deeper allies in the cosmos, the Odyssey charted a course toward the central hub, a fabled gathering point for galactic civilizations. Past whispers suggest its corridors were pathways between worlds. It held the promise of consolidating peace and asserting humanity's place in this expansive network of existence. As the ship pulled away from Bastet, the planet's anomalous energy itself a parting symphony, the entire crew manned their stations, mentally preparing for the challenges ahead. On the bridge, Sarah felt the weight of humanity's legacy heavier than ever, tempered by hope and a poignant sense of responsibility. Approaching coordinates, Raj informed, his fingers dancing over the interface with playful precision. Despite the multitude of stars, his focus was tethered to their target. Lena's systems picked up chatter, faint but distinct, the vibrant hum of a bustling cosmic hub. "It's more active than anticipated," she commented, eyes scanning lines of incoming data. "Different factions, possibly. They all converge here for trade, diplomacy, alliances, or face down." Dakota leaned in, adjusting their navigation to ensure a smooth approach. "This is the heart of balance, right? We prove ourselves, or we fall into obscurity," she quipped, confidence threaded with a shade of apprehension. "One step at a time," Sarah advised, placing a calm, reassuring hand on Dakota's shoulder. The ship eased into the hub's vicinity, immediately awash with the electromagnetic signatures of ships of varied make and origin, some familiar, others distinctly alien. "Activating cloaking protocols," Raj instructed. "Let's not announce our presence until we get a better understanding of the players involved." Amid the relics of this celestial nexus, the air vibrated with an ancient energy, synergistic with the Odyssey's borrowed enhancements. This was a place where legacy met destiny, caught in a cosmic dance towards infinity. "Let's see what Velascar has in store for us," Sarah murmured, as a new line of communication ignited the screen. The emissary's voice resonated. "Welcome to the Chamber of Unity, a common symphony among disparate symmetries." The chamber itself, a luminous convergence, beckoned with the allure of new beginnings and awaited introductions. A tapestry woven from a multitude of worlds, there were echoes of civil debate, of bargaining and collaboration conducted in the lingua franca of respect. As the Odyssey made its presence known, Sarah knew this was their stage to not only make allies of these ancient travelers, but also to deliver on the promise of humanity's future. With careful steps and keen insights, the crew began their introduction. Standing among them, Velascar delegates, with both curiosity and measured respect, awaited this bold new member of their ancient fold. Here in this chamber of potentiality, amidst space's timeless domain, the realization of a shared vision of coexistence underscored humanity's intent to protect and thrive, paving the way for Chapter 10, a defining act before the curtain falls. The Chamber of Unity was a cathedral of light and energy, pulsing with the histories of countless civilizations whispered across millennia. As the Odyssey crew stepped into its orbit, they found themselves among beings from every corner of the galaxy, each a testament to survival, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge and peace. Sarah stood at the forefront, her heart a furnace of hope and determination. The Velascar emissary, cloaked in shimmering light, approached with a measured grace. Its form was intangible yet vividly present, resonating with an aura of wisdom. "Welcome, guardians of Bastet's legacy," it began, its voice carrying through the chamber like a song caught in the cosmic breeze. "You stand on the brink of a shared destiny." As discussions unfolded, representatives from various species stepped forward, curious glints in their eyes. Questions were asked of Earth and its forgotten glories, and Sarah answered each with a sense of reverence, painting vivid pictures of humanity's past, its folly, and its hope-filtered future. Raj, armed with calculations and collaborations aplenty, engaged counterparts in strategic exchanges about resources and potentials untapped. He helped draft treaties and alliances, his analytical prowess a testament to the bridging power of intellect. Dakota, with an engineer's charisma and flair, spoke of innovations birthed from necessity. Her tales of turning scarcity into ingenuity captivated many, casting humanity's resilience in the compelling light of potential allies rather than competitors. Lena documented it all, her recordings a vibrant tapestry of the diversity she witnessed, a symphony of sounds and sights, weighed and woven into a coherent narrative of unity. Beyond words, connections were formed, trust blossomed in the embrace of mutual goals. The Velascar observed, their omnipresent gaze conveying approval and respect. This was the cooperation they'd envisioned, a burgeoning alliance built on shared knowledge and purpose. As diplomats continued their dialogue, Sarah was summoned to a secluded alcove where the Velascar emissary awaited. "Here," it said, gesturing towards a shimmering holographic map that spanned the alcove. Stars unfolded, systems interconnected in a complex dance. "A gift," it declared, "to cast away isolation, a map to venture forth, where friends dwell, Dangers whisper and honor awaits. Tears welled in Sarah's eyes, for the map was not only a guide but a testament to humanity's acceptance as custodians of celestial legacies. "Thank you," she managed, her voice a crystalline reflection of gratitude. "We'll tread lightly and learn, honoring those who came before us." With ceremonies concluded, the Odyssey returned to its vessel, its crew invigorated by the triumph of collaboration. The ship pulsed with Bastet's energy, a vibrant ripple that foreshadowed the voyages yet to come. As they pulled away from the Chamber of Unity, the stars folded around them, paths anew unfurling across the void. Each crew member, their hearts buoyed by anticipation, readied for the journey ahead, for they were not merely the last humans, but the harbingers of a shared future, led by the light of discovery and kinship. And so the Odyssey sped into the unknown, its mission now one of peace and exploration, each star a waypoint in the boundless adventure of unity.